AI is everywhere, like everywhere right now. And it's raising a lot of ethical concerns, myself included, in how we use this tool, right? And I want to be honest, I think people are using it the wrong way. I think they're using it as a way to replace themselves. And I think the true genius, the true innovators with this new technology are going to be the ones that use it as a tool, and you are still the human behind it. Hey guys, I am Rachel, your human design and messaging expert. And lately I've been obsessed with AI. Like it has, it's transformed my business. It's transformed the way or how much I'm actually able to create content and show up online. It has streamlined things, made things so much easier. I get so much more done. And I think there's so much power that it has and it holds, but I'm seeing a lot of ways that people are using it in a way that it's not going to end well. Put it that way. It's not going to end well. We have to understand that AI is a tool it's going out and searching the internet, understanding patterns, understanding what people are saying and doing, right? And it's bringing that back to you. So if you are simply putting in a very generic prompt, right? The prompts are everywhere, right? You can get a Reels from someone and have like 10 prompts to creating content, or, like the really basic prompts. You can get them anywhere. But what we're not doing is we're not putting us into it. And that is the fatal mistake with AI. And this is honestly why I created my own methodology using AI, and I teach it in Magnetic Brand Voice, because it's so critical to actually using AI as a tool and not as this like end all be all, right? So you put in a generic prompt, what are you going to get? You're going to get a generic answer. You're not going to get something that is truly unique to you. You're not going to get anything that's like worth putting out there. And you're just adding to the noise, to be honest. We have to first look at the intention of what we want to create. I never blindly have chat create a piece of content for me. I am always directing it. Here's what we're going to be talking about, and here's how I want to talk about it. Like, I'm very specific in how I want to show up. Like, I'm the driving force, right? We have to be in the driver's seat. AI is the tool, right? It's not the CEO. It doesn't know what you want. It doesn't know how your energy works unless you tell it, right? Unless you show chat, here's how I like to show up. Here's how I like to communicate. That's when AI becomes a tool that you can, like, the best assistant ever. Like, you'll never find a VA like AI, right? And on that note, like, AI doesn't have emotions, right? It doesn't have limiting beliefs. It doesn't have experiences in the past that tell it something's not going to work. AI can truly be your best cheerleader, because it shows up with like, oh my God, that's the best idea ever. Have you ever I love it when it does that. You put in a prompt, say, we're going to be talking about this topic and from this angle, and I'll give it really specific on here's what we're talking about. And the first line, it'll be like, this is an amazing idea. I can't believe I didn't give it. Like, it's like the best cheerleader. And that's because it doesn't have emotions. It's not going to stifle your ideas. It's not going to stifle your dreams and your visions. It's going to be like, holy crap, this is amazing. How can we, let's make it happen, right? I'll help you ideate and find a way to make it work. But again, it's only as good as the input you put into it. You have to know how to have the conversation with it, how to tell it what your energy is, what you're here to say. And your human design plays such a big role in what you're here to say. Now, you can come to your own magnetic message without human design, don't get me wrong, but your human design really helps create that shortcut if you don't know. If you're just figuring out how to show up online, you know that like the typical find your niche, pain points, and, transformation stuff is really hard. I can't tell you how many people come to me and like they struggle with, I'm just trying to figure out how to write the I help statement. Like, throw it out. Like, if it sucks that much, let's throw it out. You don't have to have an I help statement. That is, sorry, soapboxy. But if you know that like the typical messaging stuff doesn't feel right, your human design is that blueprint to understanding how you show up authentically when there's a whole lot of like people telling you how to make messaging, right? How to do messaging, how it's supposed to be done, all of that stuff. Like it's only supposed to be done in the way that you are designed, period. End of statement. Only. It's the only way it is to be done is the way that you are designed to show up. Okay, good. Another soapbox. I love it. And so coupling that with AI, saying, AI, here's my human design, and I'm going to break it all down for you. And here's the secret with AI, because AI actually knows a lot about human design. I've been playing around with it for like 2 years since AI came out, and doesn't really know. I mean, it still makes mistakes. It's still AI, right? But it's really, really improved on how accurate it understands the different aspects of human design and the different gates, and understanding what the energy is. So you can even ask it, hey, chat, my Mercury gate is gate 12. Can you tell me how I could use gate 12 in my messaging? And if you have never had a conversation with it, doesn't know what you do, it's just going to give you like the gist of gate 12 and how to use it in messaging. But then you can refine it and be like, okay, here's what I do with my clients. How can I integrate more of this into my messaging? And it will give you examples and give you ideas, and it can help you ideate and understand your own energy, kind of like a coach would, right? And you still have to be a little bit careful. I just want to caveat that it can still make mistakes, but it is wildly very, very. But back to the whole point of, is AI ruining messaging? Yes and no. I think we are in a time where we have to be really discerning on what truly feels aligned for us with all these new, it's like the wild, wild west, right? We have to be the one in the driver's seat. And this is, again, going back to the authentic AI method. First is intention. What is your intention? What do you want it to write? And understanding what chat needs to know in order to give you the best outcome possible. It needs to know what you do and how you do it, right? Having that conversation with it, with like just spilling out, like, here's how I help clients in my sessions. And can you find any threads of commonality when I'm talking about different things, right? Asking questions like that. It's having conversations that don't necessarily need chat to do anything other than understand what it is you do, right? And even asking chat, like having the conversation first and then going, chat, what else do you need to know to truly understand the depth and the transformation that I provide my clients? And it will ask you questions back, right? Then the last step is that intuitive discernment within the methodology. We have to put it through our own filter, trusting the process, trusting ourselves, right? Trusting ourselves to, is this post, is this idea, is this offer truly in alignment for me? Feeling it within your body, right? We know these things intuitively as spiritual entrepreneurs, that we have to feel it, we have to align with it, and we know when we're not, right? But again, it applies to your messaging in your business. Does it feel good in your body? Does it feel like, oh my God, yes, this is something I cannot wait to bring to my people? Because that's ultimately what's going to be magnetic, is you showing up with an offer that you're like, this is like amazing. People need to be in this offer. I cannot stop talking about it. That's that type of energy that we want to bring to our social media when we're talking about offers. So if chat gives you an offer idea, do you feel that way? Plain and simple. But it can be really easy to get off track, to kind of lose your way and get lost. I mean, I know I get lost sometimes down chat rabbit holes. I'm having a conversation with chat about different things. And if I'm not super clear on what my vision is, what my mission is, and where I'm going with the business, it can be really easy to get off track. And again, telling chat like, hey, this is actually not quite the direction that I want to go. It needs to be more XYZ, to like put those blinders back on and be like, oh yeah, you're right. We totally got off track. Like, let's get back on. I love the responses that it gives. It's so hilarious. So the best ways to really use ChatGPT is, one, first, knowing that it's a tool, that it will scrape the internet for ideas and ways of thinking. And if you're not telling it, here's how we're going to approach this, here's how I'm thinking about it, it will do that for you, right? And it's going to take an idea from someone else, which means you're going to sound like someone else, which means you're not actually going to stand out. So you have to be in that driver's seat. You have to be the CEO and telling chat, this is my idea, right? And actually someone, this is not I'm saying this, someone brought up that like, I'm afraid to give my ideas to chat because someone else is going to take them. Right. And I found that a very interesting comment, a very interesting way to look at it. I have felt like ideas drop into people's minds all the time, right? We're all deeply connected, whether we admit it or not, or know it or not. We're all really deeply connected to each other. And I feel like when ideas drop in, it's dropping into several different people's fields. And some people take action on it, some people don't. And it's sort of like when you have an idea and then suddenly you see everyone talking about that idea, it's kind of brought into the collective field and you've just picked up on it, right? And so to fear that AI is going to take your ideas, I think is actually, it's limiting. It's limiting you because you're worrying about something that hasn't happened yet. And two, who cares if he takes your ideas? Like, it's still you and your energy putting it out there. Two people could be talking about the same exact thing, and one, you could resonate with one person and not with the other. And that's perfectly okay. That's the point, right? We're going to resonate with some people and not the other. That's why even if you're talking about the same topic, you're going to resonate with someone and someone else is going to resonate with someone else, right? So I want to leave that caveat since it popped into my mind. But as a conclusion to this, no, I don't think AI is ruining messaging. I really don't. I think it's the people using it the wrong way that's ruining. We have to truly come back to our own alignment, our own authenticity, being the driver's seat, telling chat, this is my idea. This is how I want to talk about it. This is the way I want to approach it, right? And knowing what you stand for, knowing what your own message is first and foremost, right? And then chat just helps you do the legwork, helps you create posts for all kinds of different platforms. There we go, right? I could not be on 3 different platforms, email, Instagram, and Facebook without the help of chat and be consistent in any way, shape, or form. Before chat, I struggled to do those 3. I would just, it was so much, right? It's a full-time job creating content. I didn't want that. That is not why I got into this business. I am a content creator, but I'm not a full-time content creator. That's not what my business is. My business is in coaching and in helping women understand their messaging and clarifying their messaging. That's my business. So creating content and spending like over half of my time every week creating content was not fun. It was not what I wanted to be doing. So chat coming in and helping me, okay, here's my idea for today, for this week, or whatever. And we're going to write a long form post. We're going to write an Instagram carousel. We're going to write an email, and doing it all super easy and seamlessly. That's the part that changed my business. So no, chat is not, or AI is not necessarily ruining messaging. I think it's the way that people are using it that tends to ruin it. But if you are in the driver's seat, if you are the one pulling the strings and being the CEO and using chat as a tool, which I believe it was always meant to be a tool, then you could be incredibly powerful and amplify your voice out. That's what chat is going to do. It's going to amplify that intention and your energy and your big ideas out into the world. So I'm going to leave you with that. Brand voice, magnetic brand voice is open. Doors are open right now for it, and it's only available for a limited time. I'm going to drop the link below if you want to grab that. Otherwise, I have a custom report on how to use your human design in your messaging. And that's it. Take a look at the next video. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, and we'll see you later.